Hello. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the live stream. In today's challenge stream, I would like to remake an old-time classic called Frogger, where you play as a frog trying to get across the street, across the river, on the other side of the screen. It's a game from 1982, really old, and there's a short YouTube video showing how it plays. There's the main protagonist, a frog, and there's an ad. Okay. I won't be using the original sprite sheet. I won't be using any graphics at all. I'm just gonna be moving our favorite colored boxes just to keep things simple. And I'm not sure I'm gonna remake all the aspects of the game. I will just pick and choose what we want to do in a short amount of time. So let's start with the planning. I'm reusing the project from the previous one. So I'm keeping the state machine. It's just a simple state machine with two states currently, playing state and some kind of end screen, as well as input manager that has nothing, but we will add keyboard inputs. This game is played with keyboard, no mouse needed, and a typical game manager. So the state machine is basically ready. Then we will need some kind of the environment map. Maybe not. We'll see. But what we will definitely need is the moving objects. The first 5 rows of obstacles are cars, are going at different directions and speeds. So let's start by making a car. It has a speed and a direction. Then we will need some kind of collision detection that will kill the frog. And speaking about frogs, we will need the frog. We need the controls for the frog. It's just up, down, left, and right directions, making a hop. It's basically made of tiles. There's not really a free movement, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna make it as a tile movement. Let's call it 4 directions. And a tile movement. Then what else? Like that's the first half of the screen. We will need to adjust the screen size as well, depending on how big we want the playfield. Then there's the river half of the screen where you can't jump freely, but you need to hop on the floating logs, tree logs floating on a river. So let's say we've got a log. Let's call it a floating log. And when the frog is on a log, it's moving with it. So, like, I don't know how to call this, but let's say carry frog. The log should carry the frog with itself. And then things like wind condition, getting across. How do you spell across? Getting to the other side. I mean, loose condition. It's hit by car or fall into river, which is strange that falling into water, considering we are playing as a frog, is killing the frog. It's the first frog that can't swim, but hey, that's the game. And I think that could be it for the basics. There are more stuff like counting score, time limit, having lives, but we can reduce the game to this. Okay, so I think we are ready to start, and if we come around something we need to add, we can add it to the list as well. Okay, so I think we could actually start with the frog. Let's move it on top. And one more thing would be keeping in boundaries so that you can move out of the screen. Okay, so let's say we've got a frog. I think we could add some kind of ancestor class that will take care of drawing, maybe collisions, we'll see. Yeah, we can do that later. So let me copy this and let's start. So that's gonna be the main hero, our little green frog. So we need a rectangle that will represent the position as well as the size as well as the drawing target. Let's use R, the same as last time. I think it was okay. Should it be initialized? We'll see. Well, then we need some kind of movement speed. I'm gonna use int. It can be private. Let's go to speed. It should hop somehow fast. Let's say 500. What else? Certainly need some kind of target destination. The idea is I'm gonna press a key and it will move in that direction, up, down, left, or right. Exactly one tile. But like not in one hop, but in a continuous movement. So for that, I think I should set some kind of destination, target destination. Let's try and use vector 2 for now. We'll call it destination. Destination. Okay, what else? You'll definitely need some kind of update and draw. The update will handle the inputs. We will need a texture, or maybe we don't. I've got one generated there in the globals. I think I'm gonna reuse this for everything. It's just a simple white 1 pixel, and it should be enough. So for the draw method, it's gonna use the, I think it needs the texture. We're gonna use that from the globals. It needs the destination rectangle. I'm gonna use the one we have. And we need a color. And is that all? Might be all. Okay. So I think the frog will be green. It is not saving. Okay. So, and we will handle the inputs in a bit. Let's prepare. I'm thinking whether I want to be able to hold the button to keep moving in one direction, or do I have to keep pressing? I think that's not that great. I think I should allow holding the key. So for that, I don't think we need the input manager at all. Maybe. We'll see. Let's use the keyboard state, and we can compare which keys are pressed or not. Something like if is key down. Should I use the arrows? Maybe. So let's say up. So if this key is pressed, and we should have some kind of tile size somewhere. Should I put it in the globals? Maybe yes, because we will reuse this at many places. And let's use, I don't know, integer. Let's call it a tile size. And let's say it's gonna be like what, 32? Is that too small? Let's do some math. The number of rows is like, I don't know, it's 5 rows of cars, 5 rows of the river, and the paths in between, that's like 2 or 3, so that's 12 times, let's say 64. That's a plenty of space. Let's do 64. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Sorry. Still got a little bit of coughing. So I think when we press up, we just move the, or set up the destination vector. So let's say destination is going to be equal to the rectangle. Is there some kind of position? Location. Yeah. So let's do the destination as point as well. We just need to change up the Y, right? So let's actually do location top. Is it top? I mean the R top minus global tile size. Move 1 tile up. Yeah, and that could be it. Let's do all the other directions. So we can move down as well. And but there should be limitations as to not leaving the screen at all. So if I'm not yet sure what the boundaries are, so let's get back to that later. So left, and that's gonna be on the axis. And right. Okay, this could be it. And those are integers. Okay. I'm thinking whether this could be a problem, but we will see how it moves. If the change in the movement would be too small, we might get stuck, but with this speed, I think it's not going to happen. So now I should move the actual position closer to the destination with each frame. So this could be something like if the destination isn't the same as the actual location, we could move, but should I also remember the direction? I might. It will help with deciding whether we arrived at the destination or not. I'm gonna rename this to update, let's say, controls. And I will put the actual movement in a new method. And you will see why. Okay. Thinking. I could do just like yeah, I'm gonna store the direction as well. That's gonna be the best. Let's do it to do direction. And let's sort direction. It's gonna be 0 on the axis, and for y it's -1, right? Going up. Okay. Let's do the same there. It's gonna be down. Left. And right. Now we're just gonna change the location. Okay. So it's gonna be the location plus the difference. So that's the direction times how much time has passed, but that's a float. We will have to deal with that somehow. And times the speed. Okay, and now there's the problem that this is the integer and that's not. can do something like this and then just cast it. So let's call it, I don't know, travel distance. So this is the vector. The frog moved in a one frame. And it's actually just this, right? That's the direction times time and speed. Okay, that seems about right. And we need to add this to the actual location. I'm just still reconsidering whether we should use integers or floats. Let's stick with the integers just to try things out and see what happens. So the new location will be, and this needs a point. For the x, it's gonna be x plus travel distance x it's not complaining about the thingies. Now it does. Okay, that's what we expected. Now let's cast it as integers and hope it's gonna not mess things up too much. Okay, so, but now we are obviously facing the problem of we will like overshoot the destination, as this won't be changing. So now we have to like correct the movement and see where we arrived at the destination and stop the movement. That's why I wanted to store the direction. Because now I just want to compare a few things. In the past, I was just doing some kind of approximation. We might use that since it's really simple, but it causes a few other problems, but we'll see. Okay, let's start by just trying to subtract those two. Okay. Can we measure the distance between 2 points? Is there something like that? I don't think so. Deconstruct. No. We can with the vector. Do I want to do that? I might. It's this distance. It measures between the two vectors. So if the distance is less than, usually using 5 or 4, yeah. We will set the location as the destination. And do I need to change the direction now? Shouldn't be used, so it doesn't matter. Okay. This could work. Let's try. So let's make our frog. Let's instantiate. And we haven't set the initial position. So let's set up it in the constructor. Okay, so we will start it. It really doesn't matter for now. Let's pick a spot. Okay, I need the whole rectangle. I think the size should be 1 tile for the frog. Okay. And then let's do the updates, but I will do it in the play state. Okay, so I think the frog needs to be public. We will update the controls as well as the movement right now. Let's draw the frog. Okay. I think that could be all for now. Let's see. Okay. Okay, we've got some kind of movement, but the movement isn't stopping as expected. That's what I was afraid of with this. So let's go back to the plan A and do it based on the direction. Okay. It's gonna take a little bit of thinking. So this is gonna be based on this direction. I'm just gonna do it the ugly way with just a bunch of ifs. Let's say if the direction is now, let's say the direction x is, let's start from the top, 0 and y is -1. So that means we are going up. Then we have to compare the location and the destination. Which one's higher? So if our location y is lower than the destination y, means we've passed our destination. We should move back a bit and stop the movement. So in that case, I am going to set the location y as the destination. Okay, I can't. Can I do it like this? And that could be all we need. So can I do this in one line? It's not gonna be that readable. It's gonna be compact. Now I can just do it 4 times for all the other directions. So this means we are going down. So that means if the location y is bigger, then for the left and right movement, we want left and right. left and right. Should I put else ifs there? No, doesn't matter. Okay, will this work? We'll see. So we should move exactly one tile. So this arrow should be at the bottom. And it's not. Okay, it seems we are moving more than one tile. Oh, I think I know why. Because it's dependent on how long I keep pressing the key. And that's because I'm updating the controls when I move. That's not something I want to do. So I want to add a, let's call it the move state. You need to add it to the state manager as well. That's all we need to do. And while in the move state, we won't update the controls. We will update just the movement. We'll keep drawing. And in the update controls, should we update the movement as well? Or are we skipping a frame? Let's skip a frame for now. And we need to change the states. I'm thinking what's the best way of changing the state or where and when. Because when we arrive there, we need to change the state. Maybe like so. What's it called? A state manager. Switch state. States play. I think. I need to switch to the movement state somewhere around there. Let's say direction equals, what's that, a point? Oh, it's a vector. Okay, 0. If now we will change the state. Okay. When moving, we will update. Okay, let's see. See, okay. Oh, it should move exactly. Let's set up the initial destination as well. That's why we are starting off screen. This is the destination. Let's call it our location. Direction should be 0. Should be by default, but just to be sure. I think the 500 is just too far. Okay. Let's pretend this is our little frog hopping around. I keep pressing the keys. It's moving along. The speed is okay, I guess. It's fast enough. Okay, so that could be the first step. The frog. We don't keep any boundaries. So far we don't have the map. So let's try adding the first obstacle. It would be the car. It will be very similar. Cars in each lane will have a different speed. So that's why I'm gonna provide with the constructor. Okay, the destination. I don't think we need a destination for the car. They will just move from, like in a linear movement. But we need a direction. Let's do that in the constructor as well. We might give it a color. We could have a differently colored cars at each lane. Let's use this. Okay. Then there won't be any controls, obviously. Not sure what it means. Okay. This one. So for the update, as we said, there's no destination, but the travel distance there will be, and it's gonna be the same direction, time and speed. All of these are correct. The thing I want to do is when the car moves off the screen, I'm gonna change the position to the other side so it will keep rotating on the screen. For that, we finally need the window size. We have it in the globals, I think we do. Or we don't. Oh yeah, we do. Window size. So, the window size. It is going to be, I mean, dy. I want a starting like path. It's 1, 5, and a middle lane, and 5 for the river, and the end lane. That's like 13. And the width, I have no idea. So let's do something like, I don't know, 10. Okay. Now we can get back to this. And we just need to you got the new location. That's okay. Just need to respawn, and everything's going to move from left to right or from right to left. So we just need 2 checks, and that gave the location X. Is it plus or minus the width? Never know. So let's say this is the screen. It's gonna be actually vertical. There goes the car. And once it's like this, I want it to move there. Considering it's going like in that way. So that's x0. So that's the location X minus the width, right? Plus. Oh, it's plus, right? So it's location X plus width should be less than 0. Let's try there. That's 0 plus something like 64. That's not less than 0. Yeah, I think that's correct. So plus width is less than 0. But that also should be based on the direction, right? Let's put it inside. So if the direction X means it's going left, and its location is past the edge of the screen with the full body, we need to reset. Okay. Then we will set the location X, which we can't modify. So for the X, it's gonna be, I believe, the width of the screen. That should be window size X, something like this. Probably, maybe. We'll see. So that's for moving left, and for moving right, it means the horizontal speed is positive. And it should be simpler. It's just if the location is bigger than the width of the screen, right? So as bigger than this, it should do something, and we need to bring it to the left, and that will be minus R width. Probably, maybe, we'll see. Is that right? Is that all? You move the car, and if it's off the screen, we'll just respawn it at the other side. Yeah, could be everything. Now I will do a car manager. Okay, I will take care of all the cars in the game. So it will have a list of cars. We'll have a method to update and draw. This will just go through the cars and roll them. This will just go through the cars and update them. Update the movement. And we need to be able to add to the list. That should add a car. Okay. I think that might be all for now. Okay. So inside the play state, okay, we need to instantiate the, what's it called, car manager. Draw. And update. But we need to also update and draw during the movement as well. Okay. Now we need to add the cars themselves. Okay, so where do we handle this? I think right there. So car manager, add car. Does the car have a texture? Oh, we are using the one from the globals, right? Okay. So to create a car, we need a rectangle, speed, direction, and color. Okay. So the initial position, no idea right now. We will map things out later on. Let's put it somewhere for now. Oh, and we need the size. It's gonna be one tile as well. So that's new for the car, right? Let's be more specific. We need the speed. No idea right now. Let's make him a little slower than a frog. The direction. So this one will be moving to the left. And then the color gonna be red. Okay. Could be all. Okay. Something's very wrong. So we got the list. What is it not liking? Okay. I haven't changed it much. Oh, pain. Not using any game engine. Working from scratch using the MonoGame framework. So could be something there. Let's just make sure I haven't broken anything. It should be working. Okay. Oh. Then we have the car manager. Should still be okay. And it's not okay. So adding a car is broken. Okay. Why is it so? Nope. That's strange. Oh, wait. No. Okay. I'm not doing anything with those. This is not even getting called. I mean, why Wouldn't I be able to add the car? I'm missing a bracket. I don't think so. Ah. Okay. Okay. So there's the rectangle, the speed, the direction, the color. That's all fine. That's really weird. I might do it outside the constructor. Oh, I haven't initialized the car manager, right? Okay. You need to be telling me those things. I'm not blaming you. Okay. Of course. Gonna rename it back. Okay. Okay, there we go. There. Okay. It's okay. I forgot to comment the other state. Okay. So that's more like it. I think this is working. Perfect. The other thing could be the collision. So got a car that's moving. Let's do the collision detection and resolution. Could be fairly simple. Let's do it in the car manager. It's gonna just return if we get crushed or not. I will need a frog for that. Do a typical for each. So for every car, let's return false by default, meaning we haven't been hit. And let's do something like if car rectangle is intersecting with the rock rectangle. Well, let's return true. That could be all we need. Okay. Now I would like to change the structure so that I don't have to edit both of those states. I mean, the only difference is the frog controls are enabled. I think I'm gonna change this inside the frog and just use a flag that we are already moving or not. I think that's gonna be easier only in the long run. And instead of changing the state, I'm gonna change the flag. And change it back there. And just disable the controls while we are moving. Okay. Perfect. And I'm gonna delete the move state altogether. Could make things simpler. But we need to come up with some kind of update method. So it's gonna update the controls. We can move this condition to the update. So let's say if not moving, update the controls. Then update the movement. And let's call this update inside the play state. Okay. That could make things easier. Let's just check I haven't broken anything. Okay. Let's do the arrow test. Okay. Now we can go for the collision checks. So we are moving the frog, moving the cars. Now we can check the collision. But we have to do something in case of we collide. And for that, I would like to, I don't know, reset the game. Okay. So let's have a reset. Okay, somewhere there. Well, let's just reset the frog for now. Let's do this. And let's say if we collide, we will reset. Yeah, perfect. Let's try catching up to the car. Yeah, works. Perfect. Okay, so that's the collision. I think it's time to add more cars and align everything to the tile grid so that we can start constructing the game. Okay, I think I need to somehow draw this grid somewhere. Not sure. Okay. So our map is 13 by 10. So not really sure how to do this, but let's try. So I need 13 rows. That's like 2. It don't have to be like exact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Right. Perfect. 5. Okay, so like this, and it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, something like this. I might change it to the odd number just so that we can start in the middle. That's okay, 10 by 13. Okay. So that's like the road segment. That's the start. Now there's gonna be another safe zone. Okay. Perfect. And there's gonna be the water and the end goal. That's where we want to get. Very nice. Perfect. So, do I want to add one more cone? Let's say yes. Let's actually remove one. Where is it? There. Should make it 9. So it's gonna be like this. Okay, so let's say this is the frog. No. There will be cars. Maybe like this. With 3 spaces in between. Going from the other side. Like this, or is that like too hard? Oh, we'll see. That should be okay. But there needs to be one more just around the corner. So something like this. This extra car off the screen. Oh, it's actually too close. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's pretend it's somewhere there. Okay. Then from the other side again. Those could be slower, but with less space in between. Then there could be like a bigger ones. Maybe like this. Wait. Maybe there should be another one. Maybe like this. I don't know. As well as bigger ones from the other side. Okay. So there we are moving like this. Okay. Should we do like a super long bus? Just one? We can try. Okay, so let's try generating something like this. I'm gonna keep that. And I think I'm gonna make a method inside the car manager that will generate all the cars. Where do we have it? There. Let's call generate cars. Okay, this is gonna be tougher. I think we need a array of properties for the cars. Or I could manually do them one by one. It's gonna be tiresome, but it's definitely a way. Let's try that for starters. Okay, so let's get back to the one line signature. Like this. So that's the rectangle. That's the speed. Direction and color. Okay. What is it not liking again? Okay. We need cars. Okay, so now looking at the screen, let's create the first three at the bottom and let's put the frog at the initial position as well. So that will be global style size times 3x. Oh, that's like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we've had like 13, so that should be 12. 0, 1, 2. Yeah, 12. That's positioning the frog. 3 cars. So the X, this first one is 0, then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. 0, 1, oh, 0, 4, 8. Okay. So that's 0. And 11. That's the first car. Okay. Like this. I think I don't need those spread so much. Okay. This is the speed, the direction, and the car. That's gonna be the same for the first ones. Let's move that as well. I think that's understandable enough. And they are going to change just only by the initial position. That's like the 4 and 8. I think I'm going to refactor this into like an array of parameters for the cars. Yeah. Then the other ones. So that's the first row. Let's push them like this. The other row. Open a window. So they will have like the other direction. So that's gonna be 1. Let's leave the same speed and the positions. This one's like -2. Two and that's 3, 4, 5, 6. -2, 2, 6. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I forgot to change the Y, but this seems we are correct. It should be 10. Okay. The spacing between those two is too small for some reason. Oh, I know. This one's immediately getting respawned at the other side, right? Okay. It's an oversight in the design. Well, it's definitely too hard. Okay. I also need to change the reset. Let's just call the reset there. Okay, so back to the drawing board. Hello, Ryder. I'm thinking I might just not be respawning the cars and just spawn them at a time-based fashion. Let's say I want the 2 spaces in between. It would be like this, right? So make it like this and make them much slower. Okay, so that's 0, 2, 5, something like 8. I don't know, 2, 5, 8 maybe. 2, 5, 8, and the speed's gonna be a lot slower. Let's halve it. Okay, and the other ones. Let's just do the same in the opposite direction. So just space them by 3. And that will be like 0, 3, 6. And let's see. Okay. There is still this 1 tile difference, but it is okay. Okay. This seems very hard, considering this is just the first part. I think the spacing needs to be bigger. So let's just do like 2 cars per the first 2 lanes, I guess. That's the only way. Increase the spacing, like do 6, 0, 4. Okay, can live with this. Okay, that's doable. So for the third one, I think I'm just gonna keep it like this, making them slightly faster. This will desynchronize the lanes. It's not gonna be as easy as it might seem. Let's do something like, I don't know, 3 and 7, just to move them a bit. I need the y-axis as well. Okay. Yay. still doable. And let's get to the bigger cars. Let's do the buses now. Okay, so now we need the right direction. So those are those two. That's gonna be the 8th row. We need to make the width bigger. And I think that's this one, right? It's not showing, but I think it's the... So those are gonna be bigger. Let's make them orange. Not sure how fast they should be. We'll have to try. Okay, and here we come. I'm guessing something like 1 and 6, maybe. We will see. Okay, the spacing is okay-ish. I think I should make them slower. Hello, SG. Okay. Was something strange going on? Yeah, with this movement. Yeah. Yeah, it's when pressing like 2 buttons at once, like up and left. Registers for both, making those skippy movements. It's something I don't want. So there should be like else's, maybe. Okay, let me get there. Okay, perfect. Yeah, it's not doing it anymore. That's okay. Okay, cool. Can I get it back? Yay. Perfect. Okay, so now let's do the last car lane. And it's gonna be the super huge... what is this? Okay, that's the buses. So that was like left, right, left, right, left. I just need one. That's 7. Let's make it faster than the others. But it's gonna be just a single one, but it's gonna be big. And it's gonna start somewhere. It really doesn't matter that much. Let's make it like, I don't know, 5. Okay, that's trippy. Oh no. Oh. Oh. Still haven't like forbidden the movement of the screen. That's something I need to do as well. Okay, too fast. Yay, finally. Okay. Want to change the color of the last one. Try something like light blue. And maybe the cars, there's too much red. Let's change the second row to, I don't know, yellow. Yellow, green, whatever that is. Okay, that feels too much like a frog. So let's do yellow, yellow, just yellow. Okay. Okay, cool. Perfect. So I think that's the first part. The second part would be crossing a river, where it works in the opposite way. You have to jump on the moving things. So let's do a background, maybe draw some basic background with colors. How are we going to do this? I just need to draw like 5 rectangles somewhere. Should I do it in the game manager? Might. But I don't want to. Let's do a background. Okay, so we will have a list of... No, we need the colors as well. Let's just do it the dumb way. Okay, so we need a set of 5 rectangles. First will be something like a start path. The middle path, the end path, and there's the road and the river. So the start path is how are we doing this there? Something like this, but the x is gonna be always 0. Y is 11. The width is window size x. And the height is 1 tile size. Okay. We need to draw all those thingies. So let's borrow one from the frog. Let's see texture. Let's the start path. The color is gonna be something light greenish. Light green. Let's do the other ones. Okay, so the river is gonna be light blue. The road's gonna be at a different point. And that's like 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Or 6. 12. That should be 12. The end path is at 0. The road is just below the middle path, so that should be 7. But the height is that's right there. That's 5 tiles, I believe. And the river is 1 and also 5. Okay. Background manager, here we are. There. Instant sheet. Oh, it doesn't matter. Let's leave it like this. And inside the play state, let's draw the background first. Okay, cool. So that's the start path, middle path, end path. That's the road and a river. This bus is almost invisible. So let's change the color to something like a, let's try purple. Okay, cool. Very nice colors. Great. And now we need to fill the river and come up with the floaty logic. It's gonna be fun. Making the locks should be easy. It's gonna be the same as the car. Mostly. Hmm. Thinking how to approach this. Not that obvious. Let's create a new object lock. I'm just gonna do it the dumb way again. Just copy all of these. I'm thinking whether I need to, or can I use the car for this? I might. And I think I do need another manager as well. I'm just gonna maybe rename all of these. I don't know. Let's keep it as car manager. I don't know whether it should be object manager, but I can't name things object. So let's do something like, I don't know, game object. Okay. That's just too long. I'm gonna call it things. And I'm gonna rename this to, I think, or think. I don't want to search anything. Okay. Think. It's gonna be cars and locks. Let's add a lock. Okay. Let's name this check car collisions. And yeah, might do this. Just to be consistent. Okay, perfect. And we need another one of those to generate the locks. Did I get this there? Oh, perfect. So there's gonna be like long logs floating around. Let's say something like 2 of those. Again, different directions. Could be a few of the small ones. Maybe one bigger one. Something like this. I don't know. Why not? Let's try. It might be just too easy. Well, let's make him fast. We will adjust. Okay, so on this stays the same. The direction. The first one should be right. That's not right. Okay. Right, left, right, left, right. Okay. So let's try something brown. The middle part was at 6. This should start at 5. Should be 3s. It's correct. Let's do something like 1, 5. Okay. Perfect. It's the that is the another row. That's 4, 3, 2, and 1. And where I might want just one of those. And those will be fast. You'll see. So the initial position does not matter, I guess. But the size could be like 3 or 4, 3. Okay. There we need like 3 smaller ones. Like times 2. 2. speed. Let's try 300. And those are 2, so we need to adjust like 0, 1, 2, 3. And 7. Okay. And there we could have something like times 2, times 3. Could be slow. I don't know. Okay, and let's do like 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Right. Okay. Perfect. Let's rename this. To things. Name this to background. Let's rename this to Froggy. Okay. Generate logs. And it's already inside the update and draw. Okay, cool. So this could be all. Okay. But the logs are really fast. Like really fast. I think the last two should be slower. Let's make them slower. Okay, cool. Those are still quite fast. So let's bring everything down by at least 100. Okay, like this. Okay. And there you need to like jump across on the logs, but you are missing obviously the logic. And also the draw order. Let's draw the froggy last. Okay, so now I have to come up with some kind of magic logic of keeping the frog alive while on the logs drifting. So, I mean, the first part would be deciding whether the frog is on a lock. And the next task would be to move the frog along the lock while it's moving, I guess. That's gonna be... So those are like last two tasks, +1 for winning the game. But that's gonna be easy. Okay. And I have no idea how to do that. So we could like check after the movement whether we landed on a lock or not. Maybe. Try that. Let's call it on lock. Okay. Then, do you think manager is checking for car collisions? So let's check if it's on a lock. In a similar fashion. But so if we are touching a lock, we return true. Otherwise we turn false. Okay. Okay. Could do this like there. Maybe something like this. This will keep a flag whether the frog is currently on a lock or touching a lock or not. And then we need to decide whether we are in a river. And we could do something like river. Or is it contains? Let's try contains rock. And then we do if gm background in river. So if the froggy is in the river and the froggy is not on lock, then we reset because we drowned, which is strange for a frog again, but okay. I don't know, could work. So this shouldn't. Yeah, I think it works. Let's try that. Right. Hey, then we drown. Okay. Now, so the other part is to be carried with the lock. Okay. I should also like stay on a grid, on a tile grid. The lock movement will shift the frog from the grid. So when jumping off the lock, should get back on the grid. It's gonna be confusing a bit. You'll see. So first, let's try just moving the frog along with the lock, and it could be done somehow. I'm gonna create a thing reference for the lock. Keep it simple. Which I will set, but there I will reset it when moving. Okay. I will make the speed public, I guess. What else? The direction I need as well. This already is. Okay, the color doesn't matter. Then, when checking for the loggy thingy that it intersects, it actually can intersect with, can it? Shouldn't. Or it can. Right. One more thing I'm gonna do is if the frog It's currently moving, which is also private. Let's change that. I'm gonna ignore everything until it lands. So if frog is moving, then return. Say false. Let's add this to this as well. And GM froggy not moving and reset. But if it's not moving, then I'm gonna set this lock. Okay, so wait for the landing. Should I wait for the landing when considering the cars? I don't think so. They can hit you midair. Yeah. Okay. Okay. You are touching the lock. Okay. I think that's okay. Cool. And then when moving, could be driven by the unlock, right? Wait. I should also reset this somewhere. Oh, it's getting set on every frame, right? Okay. Like where? There. And if I'm moving, I'm not on a lock. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Phew. So when it controls moving, which one is first, by the way? Frog is first. That's great. Okay, let's start doing things. So let's say if on lock, then moving, I'm deleting the lock. Okay. Just to be sure, I'm gonna reset this as well there. I think this would cause some troubles on it anyway. Either way. Okay, so when on long, I need to change the position the same as the lock. So let's do something like this. But we need the lock direction, lock speed. And this again just moves left and right. So it doesn't matter. Could this be it? Maybe. We'll see. Okay. I also need to change the destination, I guess. Okay. But how? What's it called? Destination. I don't think it's a super. I said this will like disconnect the frog from the grid. It's not aligned to the grid anymore. Do I care? Should I? I mean, I should, right? So what's the fix? Maybe I should move the frog, align it to the grid when landing on a lock. Somehow. Jumping twice. Okay. Can still move off the screen. So to keep going, let's do the winning condition so that we can have an end. Let's call it in finish. As it contains, okay. Let's just do the reset again. We haven't finished the, we haven't used the state machine. Well, that's okay. I mean, there I could change the game state and do something like Super Trooper. Maybe pause the game. Okay, let's do this since we've got the state machine anyway. So let's do state manager, switch state to the end. We need to draw everything and just wait for some kind of input. So let's say spacebar will reset the game. Like this, and set it there. So that's gonna be board is key down, keys space, and alt keyboard is key, let's say up, keys space. Okay, let's use this there. Reset. Okay. Well, this changed, yeah, this will change the state back. Okay, cool. Reset the frog. That's all we need, I guess. Okay. Let's try this. So when getting to the end, it should pause the game and wait for the spacebar to reset. Like so. Okay, cool. Now spacebar. Okay, cool. So wonder how the locks got stuck. And that's just one of them now. Okay, I think I'm gonna reset this as well. Let's do this. just to get everything in place. Okay. Oh. I mean, the river section is too easy, but that can be changed. I think it will be enough for the game. The core gameplay is in there. I think I'm satisfied. There's a few features missing, mainly the out of window movement detection. Those are like small things, not that interesting for the core game. I wanted to implement. So thank you for watching. You can download the code under the video. There will be a link to the repository, and leave a comment. Let me know which game would you like to see next. I will see you soon. Thank you and bye bye.